What is going on out there, peeps? Oh, I'm not sure if these people aren't just getting better at the con job or if we're actually starting to see real evidence of the quantum financial system. Yeah. There's another website I found, covers a lot of great detail, but they don't just cover the QFS system. They do print articles about blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, cryptos, how to's, the whole 9 yards. So it isn't just that they're focused on QFS, they're focused on other areas as well. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. If you are not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Right now is a great time to be buying precious metals. And if you're thinking about buying gold and silver, go check out our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this website right here. See this? It says, what is quantum financial system? Blockchain? So here we go. Let's take a look at this article and see what they have to say about the quantum financial system, shall we? Here we go. Looks legitimate. Until you start playing around on the website, we'll see if that happens. Remember that last time? The whole thing looked good. Then you start playing around on the website. Yeah, then you start questioning everything. Quantum financial system, also known as the QFS, has become technical buzzword, especially in the field of finance, and definitely in the sphere of YouTube. The increasingly popularity of digital technology has exacerbated the cybercrime problems to a large extent as well. The more we depend on digital media, the greater opportunity there is for cyber criminals to get away with injustices. A study conducted by Juniper Research found that cybercrimes will result in the theft of nearly $33 billion in 2023. This is naturally banks and other financial institutions form the primary target for most cybercrimes. In response to this, many banks have made it a point to update their systems and practices to prevent the occurrence of such crimes. This means that financial institutions have finally begun to embrace emerging technologies that can help meet the expectation of today's consumers. Bravo! Well, this is where QFS comes in. QFS to the rescue. The future proof system is being extolled as the future of financial transactions as a whole. It is not developed to run on conventional computers, but through a quantum computer placed on a satellite. Now, the crazy thing about this is, I believe it's Nexus, the people that helped, I guess he's an ex-partner of Elon Musk, has created some satellites in which there will be a type of internet that's untouchable. And I'm wondering if that's what they're talking about. So they're saying this is going to be placed on a satellite. Is it placed on a satellite, or it's going to be placed on the satellite? In order to provide maximum security, the quantum financial system is well protected by secret space programs. See, this is when we start getting into the kooky stuff and you lose me. So I'm trying to figure out what the secret space programs. Now, that could be something innocent, like, a division within NASA that, I don't know, monitor space programs. But as soon as you see those words, you start going, well, yellow flag. Several experts believe that quantum technology could solve problems related to security, processing power, and data efficiency. In this article, we will provide a deeper insight into what quantum financial systems are and the role they could potentially play in the financial world. Shall we? We shall. Go, Pimpy. So what is quantum computing? Quantum computing makes use of the laws of quantum mechanics to process any kind of information. Traditionally, computers use long strings of bits, which encode either a 0 or a 1. A quantum computer, on the other hand, uses quantum bits or qubits. It is expected that the quantum computers will develop abilities superior to traditional computers by the next decade, which is true. That's just common knowledge. This will engender a sizable increase in the processing power over the silicon chip we use today. The use of qubits results in a more secure, faster transactions, which would be a game changer for the financial industry. Qubits offer better flexibility as it is possible to use a combination of O's and ones simultaneously instead of just one at a time, like in classic computing. But simply, qubits will be able to store more data than traditional bits. This improves the ability to quickly analyze data and spot patterns. According to Bloomberg, Google's most advanced quantum computer, Sycamore, can solve computational tasks that would take traditional computers 10,000 years within just 3 minutes. That we heard about. But the thing that Google is doing with this computer is not good, you guys. It's not good. I will cover that at another time, but there's a reason why Google got this computer and the plans they have for it in the future that includes you. What is a quantum financial system? How did the quantum financial system even come into being? It all began when people began noticing the flaws in today's financial systems. A few prominent individuals joined hands to do something about these observations by making an effort to advance the financial system with the help of quantum computing and distributed ledger technology. Hence, the quantum financial system was developed and subsequently introduced a new era of banking and monetary transactions. The system is designed to support full tracking of tangible assets like gold, oil, platinum, and others, rather than paper currency with a little systematic value. With this system, every single sovereign currency is backed by gold or assets. This can even guarantee their sustainability. Transactions will run on a QFS VPN and could be used for the purchase of all goods and services. QFS is superior when it comes to photonic technology. It is evident from the clocking in a 3.5 trillion frames per second. That's actually really butt kicking, man, if you think about it. It replaces obsolete IP dynamic routing with the true physical GPS authentication between the sender and the receiving routing while uploading 100% financial security and transparency of all currency holders. So, how does a quantum financial system work? The QFS is often stored and operated on a satellite server based on quantum computing. This is because QC is more secure and advanced. Because of its pattern of processing, quantum computing uses two or more quantum states together to create another state by firing electrons through semiconductors using a configurable pulse of light that results in the fastest state of speed. This is why quantum computers store much more information and deliver more speed than current state computers. Typically, a QFS will assign a digital number to every dollar, euro, or yen found in every bank account around the world and then monitor it in real time. The physical GPS location between the sender and the receiver will be set up to provide unbreakable security. This means that you will be able to find out exactly where it went, when it transferred, who sent it, with your login information, and which account received it. The QFS AI will keep track of fluctuations and will manage all bounding conditions. This means that only AI algorithms are allowed to control the global financial network unless the highest level of approval is given. Only gold-backed currencies that process a digital gold certificate can participate in transactions through the QFS. The gold certificate will have a serial number as a reference on a piece of gold held in reserve to back the currency. It is impossible for it to be stolen or taken out of the secure vaults where they are stored. This is where the term gold-backed currency comes from. It needs to reference back to a piece of gold in a vault that is backing it. Asset-backed currencies refer to currencies that are established based on assets within the country of origin. These assets are considered to be a justification to establish the amount of currency available in the country. But all denominations of currencies need to be placed within the QFS and must be given a gold certificate in order to stay active within the QFS. If the assets are mined or extracted from the earth, they will be sold on the marketplace as with any other commodity. So, characteristics of the QFS, it will encompass a universal network for transferring assets, backed funds. Has the capability to replace the US centrally controlled SWIFT system. Can protect all involved parties from corruption and manipulation within the banking system. Ensures the banks are monitored and protected with regards to the agreed upon contract of transfer of funds processed. Independent from the existing centralized system, not a cryptocurrency, but an asset-backed digital currency. Why do we need a QFS? The goal of the quantum financial system is to promote the growth of every single country, including third world countries, by improving the current financial system. The system that we have today tends to create a debt crisis, where high interest rates led to growing difficulties in repaying debt. By implementing QFS, countries that are in debt will be able to repay it by providing something valuable. For instance, they can export their natural minerals and resources. Yeah, so this is when it starts getting kooky, to me, anyways. First of all, I don't know how they're going to keep track of assets that are not yet mined. That doesn't make sense. How do you keep track of it? But, anyways, it says this system has the ability of improving the current financial system. That's fine. I get that. It says the system that we have today tends to create a debt crisis. It's not the system that creates the debt crisis, it's the individuals who run the system. So there's no system that's going to keep people out of debt. That's just people being responsible for their actions. That's the same with anything. Countries managing money, stores managing money, businesses managing money, you managing money. So the QFS system can't keep companies or people from making poor decisions. So I don't know how that's going to work. It says consider third world countries in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East with a large amount of foreign debts and devalued currencies. Despite the fact that they ultimately repay their debts, the strength of their currencies become weaker. This is why many of them have to resort to borrowing more, continuing the vicious cycle. However, with QFS, these countries can trade their excess natural resources. Well, anybody that has any type of natural resources, I don't know if they got excess amounts of it. That's the whole point, is to bring it up and get it out as quickly as possible. So you're saying, so their excess of natural resources such as gold or oil. Yep, I'm in a country where they're going, you know what? We got way too much gold here. Let's go ahead and give some away. So this is when the stuff starts to get quirky on me. So as to reap their complete rewards and financial power of their resources. Yeah, they already do that. It's called trade. Each country is required to be GESARA, Global Economic Security and Reform Act, compliant. So here's where you start to lose me. You know what I mean? So what is with this? You have to be compliant. Where is that written anywhere other than these kooky websites? So you can already see where it's going. It starts to follow into that narrative that's being spread all over the internet. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. So now what happens is what? We go to see, hey, how legit is this website? You know what I mean? So if we come down here, there are some articles, and I like this. You might also like, well, let's take a look at it. All right, so there's a little article on here. This is nice. That's what you want to see. So I've been on other websites where you click that and it doesn't go anywhere. So let's go to the main innovation for better futures. Okay, let's take a look. Nice. That's what you're looking for. So the articles link to So these actually link to articles, which is good, but that doesn't mean anything. Here are the topics. Well, if you want to talk about blockchain, can you go to blockchain? Sure. What happens if you want to talk about AI? Can you go to AI? Yeah. Nice. What about industries? Let's see here. BFSI. Let's click it. Results. Okay, retail, healthcare, e-commerce. Okay, so some things on e-commerce. Hire our team. Okay, so it's with the right people for your project. Plays an integral role of your success. Okay, let's work together. Is there a phone number? No. So this is the thing that concerns me. Okay, how about get in touch? So anytime you don't see any phone numbers or anything like that, it's just bogus. What company outside of social media platforms don't want to give out their phone numbers? So, I will leave a link. You guys can come and check this out. This looks hokey pokey to me. Again, the article started off good. I was intrigued. I started reading it. And then as you go down, you see that it's just following the same narrative that everybody is talking about out there. And that's when it loses me. So, and there's no phone number, and all these are hyperlinks to, this is off a cheesy website. You just put it together really quick and cheesy like, and all these could be just most likely copied from another website. It happens all the time. So they're getting, actually, I think the last one we did was much better than this one, if you ask me. The other one linked to, the Church of Christ and the whole 9 yards. It looked way more fancier than this one did. So there you have it. A new website that talks about the quantum financial system. I will put this link down below in the description for those of you who want to come and check this out. But like I said, every time I come across something, I will share it with you. In the beginning, when I just scanned through it, I thought, okay, this is interesting. Let's get this going. But the more I read the story behind it, you start going, oh, wah, 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 wah. You let me know what you think. Anyways, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.